I got beef with Lilstarnerd. Hey lovelies, it's your girl Swan here, bringing you a brand new video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Swan. I'm a trim Begonian artist. I'd like to draw dark skin, thick thighs, big hips ladies like me. You're not new here, but it's up home skillet biscuits. Okay, so pertaining to my intro, I got beef with Lilstarnerd. Yeah, you heard nerds. Lilstarnerd. Yeah, you heard me right. So a few weeks ago, Lilstarnerd opened up submissions for our Apocalyptic character. She has this series on her YouTube channel where she will ask her followers for to create a Pinterest board based on a topic, and she will create a character out of it if she chooses it. So I got really excited, created my own mood board, and when I'm going to put it in, she closed off the submissions. How dare she? Okay, how dare she? Okay, to be fair, she might have gotten hundreds of submissions and she just wanted to do this quick, but still, she did not say there was a deadline. So that is on her. So I remember, I'm an artist and I really liked my mood board, so I decided to do it myself. So suck that Lilstarnerd. Guys, please know I'm joking, right? You know I'm joking, right? I'm not actually having beef with Lilstarnerd. I love her. She inspired me to draw all the time. So this is just satire. This is just fun. This is just for fun. I don't actually have beef with her. I love her. Check out. She doesn't need my help telling you guys to check her out, but if you don't know her, she will inspire you to actually draw in your sketchbook like she does me. Okay. I'm too tall for this angle, so I have to go. Alright, so here's my Pinterest board, and I really like how it came out. So the idea I have for my apocalyptic character is, I saw one picture, it was years ago, where someone had this plant in a glass jar and they had to be attached to it to get oxygen from it. And I want to think, okay, cool. In my apocalyptic era, how the world was destroyed was that the star, which is our sun, died, and it put the world in a chaos. And it had a few people who realized that the sun is dying, and they put things in place to keep humanity going long enough so that when the new star is born, because that's what happens when a star dies, a new one is born. So when the new one is born, they could and the earth heals itself, we could go right back to everything is new. And they created these plants, but it needs to stay in a certain environment, and it needs to have a certain condition and certain chemicals to keep it alive. But in this current landscape or timescape, the star, the sun, has now been grown. It's new vegetation is actually growing on the earth, and even birds have come back. They're not as big as they used to. They're tiny, but birds are now here in the world, but it isn't enough to sustain human life. Humans have run out of the chemicals needed to keep their plant alive. So each person has a plant to keep them alive, and they run out the chemicals to keep the plant alive. Some brave people found out, hey, if you go up on the surface of the earth, you have to keep the plant in the sunlight for hours on end. So basically, they have to stay above ground for hours on end just to keep their plant alive. Hopefully they will keep humanity alive long enough so that it will have enough oxygen, enough vegetation on the earth, so that therefore they could live instead of just surviving, But it's dangerous staying above ground. I don't know if I mentioned they live below ground with these plants, okay? So it's dangerous to stay above ground for long periods of time, because even though not the whole of humanity, these group of people came up with the plan to survive, not everybody had a plan B. They won't plan it. So when it was down to the wire, they had to do a lot of experimentations that mutated them. And of course, it just makes them mad that these people look human, how they're supposed to, or how they are used to, I should say, they're supposed to. And Yeah, so when they see them above ground, they want to take their plant, but you can't take somebody's plant without killing them. So of course it's a whole battle, but they want their plant so therefore they could study it and see how they could survive without having to be the mutation, you know? I don't know, it's just, I went way deeper than I thought I would. But I love this whole mutation idea about the people who didn't plan and the people who did plan. They live underground. They plan things out for when the sun was dying. So that's how it is here. So right now our main character, who is in the illustration, she is waiting for her plant to words are hard, they escape me. Okay, she's waiting for her plants to charge up for the day, and she also has like a cooler beside of her for samples, because something they're also doing is hoping that the earth will be fine enough that they could plant plants above ground instead of have to keep them down below, so that they won't have to do this all the time, because they're fed up of surviving and they want to leave. I want to leave. Okay. So she has a little sample pack of soil and vegetation and stuff that she could get so the scientists down below can examine. And they told them it's dangerous to take off their mask above ground yet, but she's still dangerous. The girl is dangerous. The girl is a bad girl. So right now she realized with experimentation that she could spend up to 1 minute above ground without the mass, without the use of the plant. It's not long, but a minute could be really long. It's not the best air she breathes, but it's the best air she could breathe without having the mask on her face. And that is how we are. The earth is slowly healing, but problems are not over, because again, we have mutated people above ground wanting to get their plants. Chaos. You see, Lilstarnerd, you see what you could have had? You see what you could have had? I don't blame her. I was late. Alright, so back to the illustration, talking about the illustration. So this is a topic I am way out of it. I do not draw these kind of stuff. This is so, the amount of details I had to put into this to tell my story is so much, and I don't like putting details into my illustration. So this is a full page illustration and I am proud of it, but I wasn't sure which colors to use, so I did some mock-ups of the colors and I asked my Instagram. They let me down. I had a color palette, which is C, I think I'll put it up here, which was my favorite, and they chose the yellow, red, and orange, which is the colors I avoid the most. So in front of doing a topic I'm not used to, which is the whole apocalyptic topic, I now have to use colors I'm not used to. Thank you. So let's see how this comes out, because I shook it. Okay, so I talked to you guys enough, so I'll see you at the end of the video. so we've come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Here's the full illustration. I'm so happy with how it came out, even though it's with colors I don't really like using. I'm a purple girly. I like purple, blues, and pinks. That's literally my colors. But I had fun nevertheless. Maybe I'll use more red and yellows. Maybe, we'll see. So thank you lovely so much for watching, and I hope you guys create your own Pinterest board of any topic and create a character out of it. You don't have to be mad at another creator. I'm not actually mad. I'm mad at myself for not doing it faster. And I tried to kind of emulate her. I have blonde hair and I have glasses. Lilstarnerd, you know. And I even wear a t-shirt. She likes to wear these weird t-shirts. It's like a fun game I play with myself. Every time I see a new video of hers, I'm like, what funky t-shirt is she going to wear next? She doesn't disappoint. So anyhow, thank you lovely so much. Thank you Lilstarnerd for inspiring me in an indirect way that you have absolutely no idea of, and I don't think you'll even see this video. Wait, and thank you lovely so much for watching this video, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye. Bye. Bye.